So I've been around the show calf industry for a number of years now. I showed from the time I was old enough to show up until I graduated, obviously, and been around it ever since. I've been out of school for like 12 years now, and in that time I've been helping my nephew show, with some of his stuff, and now my son is just starting to get into showing cattle like I did when I was younger. And I really got to thinking, really thinking about this a lot today, because I went over and looked at some heifers today. Kind of late. There's a lot of guys that have had sales already, and I could have bought one earlier, but I didn't really have the money to buy one earlier, and I was kind of wanted to get him something that was fairly nice for next year. But wasn't going to be terribly expensive. He's still learning how to, learning a lot about the showing cattle and about the industry and everything. But I wanted something that was going to be nice for him and not, break the bank at the same time. So I was talking to a guy that I bought, I think three or four of them off him when I was showing. And we've, he's helped me out a lot. He's one that taught me how to clip and fit and pretty much everything in the club calf industry about it. And on top of that, he's also let us borrow some bulls, for some cleanup bulls and stuff in the past, to try and get some good calves, out of cleanup bulls and whatnot as well. He's helped us on, what to breed, certain different calves to and everything that way. He's helped us figure that out. Pretty much all that stuff, pretty much everything, that I've needed help with, he's been right there for us from day one. The last couple of years, I haven't really done a whole lot, but I decided last year I was going to go ahead and buy a heifer for my son to show, and I'd bought a couple bottle calves for him when he was younger before that, which was fine, but I wanted something that was going to be a little nicer, and so I went and I started looking at some different breeders and looking at some different calves and stuff, and I ended up buying a registered Angus, which was a nice heifer, but it was a nice heifer. Did well for him and everything that way, but it wasn't quite the same as the way it was with the guy that I've dealt with when I was showing mainly. So I went back to him this year, and I went over there earlier today. Was taking a bull back that I'd borrowed from him as a cleanup bull. So I took a bull back over to him and decided to see what he had for sale. So he's showing me some of the stuff, and he was going through some of the things, and I ended up speaking for a heifer that he had there that kind of goes back to one that I had when I was younger. To one that I'd bought off him, that's the same bloodlines as the one that I'd bought off him, the last one that I'd bought off him. Very, very good bloodlines. We had that cow for 10 years. She raised calf after calf after calf. Finally came up open last year, had to get rid of her last year, which was kind of heartbreaking, but it was something that it happened. She was old. She raised a lot of really good calves for us, and she was a moneymaker. She's one that I did not lose any money on, because I always had a good calf out of her, and always something that would be, that I could take to the show ring and it'd compete in the show ring, or I could take to the pasture and throw it out. Heifers I could throw out in the pasture and be good cows, or take them to sale barn and be a good, good commercial cattle as well. So that's kind of what I was looking for, bloodline like that. So I went ahead and spoke for that one today. But I got to thinking about all the things that he's done for me over the last, I don't even know how long I've been in there, almost 20 years that I've been in this industry. From the time I started showing until now, it's been about 20 years actually now. All the things that he's done for me and helped me out and taught me over the last few years, and it just got me thinking, find somebody that, find some of these reputable breeders that are willing to help you out. Because I tell you what, they are worth their weight in gold. I mean, they are so worth their weight in gold. You get reputable breeders that are willing to help people out. They're looking for, they want to see those animals succeed. They want to see those animals get better. The majority of them do, but there's some that just go above and beyond and really want to help you and help you succeed. And if you got questions, you can call them and ask them, and they'll answer them. If you need help figuring out what's a breed, they'll help you everything that way. So just when you're looking for, livestock projects or whatever it may be, I really, really encourage you to find someone that is a reputable breeder to help you get started, especially when you're getting started. You may have to spend a little bit of money. You're going to spend, if you're showing livestock, you're going to spend some money. It is what it is. There's a lot of guys that have, several different levels of calves. They have some that'd be, good county fair calves or state fair calves, or, if you want to go to the Royal or Exarban or, Louisville, all these Denver, all these big shows, they got ones that'll go to there too. But I just try and find someone that is willing to help you out from the beginning, especially young kids. I have, benefited so much from this relationship with this family. They are absolutely amazing, and we've been repeat customers because they have been so good. So I encourage you to find someone like that. I'm willing to help whoever. I don't really have anything to sell. I don't have enough to sell and whatever myself, but or at least find someone that's been in the industry for a while, that knows what they're talking about, that can help you out and understand that, or find someone that can. I've been around the industry for a long time, and there's still things that I'm learning. It's something that you never know everything about. But regardless, like I said, find someone that sorry, I'm trying to run water here, make sure I'm not overfilling the tank here. But make sure that you find someone that's willing to help you out. Find someone that is trying to help you succeed at the same time, because they, like I said, they are worth their weight in gold. They are definitely very important when you're starting out, especially, and learning how to everything about the industry. If you got questions, like I said, find some older kids in the 4-H that have been doing this for a while. Most of them are going to be very willing to help you out. But like I said, the biggest thing you can find is if you go on and find some good breeders, that have something that's really nice. Find someone that's good, honest person, honest family, honest breeders that are reputable breeders. Talk to people in the industry that have dealt with them. See what they say. In this industry, word kind of travels. Reputations are forged relatively quickly. So, talk to these people, figure out, what they're wanting from this animal. Tell them what you're wanting from this animal. If you want a county fair calf or animal, whatever, tell them you want something that's going to compete at county fair. That's going to do a good job at county fair. Can't always win, depends on, obviously, you can't win everything, but depending on your money. If you got the money, a lot of people can. They've got the money, but especially when you're starting out, find someone that's willing to help you out and teach you a lot of these things. Like I said, this family does clinics and teaching people how to clip and fit and everything. And I've actually went with them and talked, went with them on a couple of these and went with them to a couple shows and everything. And they've been good enough to help me out. So if you can find the person that's willing to, help you out, trying to help you succeed, and if you're willing to take advantage of those opportunities, the sky's the limit. You can really grow with this whole thing. And now I'm teaching my son and my nephew a lot about what I learned, and they're improving. We're actually putting on, he's actually going to put on a clinic here in our county next spring. I'm actually going to have my son go through them so he can kind of go through and learn from him as well. We had him do one a couple years ago, and I was there, kind of helped put it on with him, and there was a few things that I'd learned from him, between now and then, between then and now. So I'm kind of curious to see, for me, it's kind of curious to see, okay, where, what's changed over the last few years, and something that I enjoy, because it's something that's always evolving, something's always changing, and evolving in within this industry. But just like I said, the biggest thing, don't be afraid to ask questions. Find you a good breeder or someone that can help you, because there's a lot to learn when you're getting started in livestock production, or especially in the 4-H and in the show industry. So like I said, find someone willing to help you. Most people are, just have to ask. That's all there is to it.